Hello and welcome to your Empowered Astrology Forecast with yours truly, the Cosmic Finder, Sarah McCallum, and I'm here to report on the week of February 13th, 2023. So I want to encourage you all to tune into the entire video, and at the end, I am going to deliver an oracle card deck that I pulled for the group. Pretty powerful, pretty potent message, so stay tuned to the end for that card. So we're going to start this week off in a waning moon phase. And on Monday of this week, we are going to experience a waning half moon phase. So this is a great time to restore your thoughts and your intentions. And again, waning moon phases are more internal. They are an energy that is best worked with in an introverted way. I suggest restorative yoga. I suggest more relaxation. And I suggest just really tuning into what it is that your body is craving. And if that's some downtime, I would honor that desire. And we are going to cap off the week at the end by experiencing a new moon in Pisces, as well as the sun moving into Pisces. So this is basically our last little window of Aquarius season this week. And if you're feeling like this has been a very innovative, eccentric, fun, thinking outside of the box time for you, I'd say really tap into that energy over the course of this week, kind of squeeze that last little juicy bit of eccentricity out of Aquarius season, connecting with your community and get ready for a shift in elemental because the sun will move out of an air sign into a water sign at the end of this week. So over the course of the week, the moon is going to shift while it's waning from Sagittarius into Capricorn into Aquarius, and then just a little bit of Pisces there as we celebrate this new moon at the end of the week. So while the moon is in Sagittarius, this is a really fun time to tap into topics around higher learning or metaphysics or philosophy, anything that's really expansive that involves the mind, especially because the moon is waning. I would say anything that involves like mental pursuits that are explorative are really highly suggested while the moon's in Sagittarius. If the moon were waxing, I'd also really encourage you to go out on a long, adventuresome hike or explore with your physical body. But because this is a waning moon week, it may be best to explore with the mind. So you can tap into self-study. You can tap into any of your online classes, Kairos classes, catch up with classes, things like that. And once the moon shifts into Capricorn, then we want to shift into our strategies and our structures. This could be around our business. This could be around, again, schooling. This could be around our home life, the structure of our routines that involve our family members. But it could also be like our skeletal structure, right? Going to the chiropractor, working with the foam roller, taking care of our physical vessel that supports, our embodied experience in this lifetime. When the moon shifts into Aquarius, I always suggest tapping into community-centered activities and or activities that involve innovation or futuristic, like technological types of activities. Perhaps you could work on content for your website. Perhaps you could cultivate like a social media post or even collaborate on some sort of tech savvy topic. You could create a live with a friend or colleague, something to that degree. And then once the moon shifts into Pisces and we celebrate this beautiful, gentle, sensitive new moon in Pisces on Saturday the 18th, I would just suggest really tapping into your intuition, tapping into artistic pursuits. Maybe you could set aside some time to paint or create art or collage, and just really allowing yourself to kind of organically shift and flow into whatever feels right and true to you. I wouldn't suggest a lot of activity. I wouldn't suggest a lot of structure. I would just kind of open up your day, if possible, to flow. And again, new moons are times for intention setting. So with this new moon, let's really decide to set the intention of compassion for humanity, compassion for loved ones, compassion for neighbors, compassion for friends, really feeling into that idea that we are all connected and linked, and what happens to you happens to me, and we're all experiencing this life together as one. So I want to correct myself. I apologize. The new moon in Pisces will occur on Sunday the 19th. The sun will move into Pisces on Saturday the 18th. Okay, so the sun will shift from Aquarius into Pisces, and then shortly thereafter, the moon will be new in this beautiful, mutable water sign known as the fish. So a few other things that are going to be happening this week. Venus is going to meet up with and conjoin with Neptune on February the 15th. And when you think about Venus and all of this loving, aesthetic, harmonious energy that Venus brings to each of us, and you think about Neptune with fantasy rich, dreamlike, imagination vibration, they're giving each other strength. So the way in which you find yourself desirous of pleasure and love, maybe in a very fantasy rich way. You may be feeling incredibly intuitive, incredibly sensitive. You may be very tenderhearted. You may need to request that loved ones use a gentler voice, that, there's more quiet time throughout your day. So just be mindful of this conjunction. Another conjunction that will be occurring this week, and this is going to happen on the 16th, is between the Sun and Saturn. So this will be a very different energy than Venus conjoined Neptune, because the Sun is the luminary that governs our purpose, the way that we radiate love out into the world. And the Saturn, of course, the governing planet of Capricorn, is that which really teaches us how to mature, teaches us how to respect our limitations. And when these two are giving each other strength, we may be able to make great strides in the way we bring our purpose out into our community or out into the world. We may make great strides around our career endeavors and really the way that we present ourselves to clients, to those in which we are offering our gifts and services. And then lastly, Venus will move into Aquarius on the 19th. And again, this is the same day in which we are going to celebrate this beautiful new moon in Pisces. So when Venus shifts out of Pisces and into Aries, we may just feel like a little bit more flirtatious, a little bit more fiery, a little bit more just hot-headed, reactive. And as someone with their natal Venus in Aries, I'm going to let you know that that bit of time while Venus is in Aries is a great time to have fun, to make things joyful and childlike, and really don't overly think things through when it comes to the way in which you want to express your love to others, right? Just like if you're feeling it, show it. Hugs and laughter will lead the way while Venus is in Aries. All right, so time to discuss this beautiful oracle card that came through for the group out of the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. The deck by Alberto Vololdo and Colette Baron Reed. And the card that came through for us all is Skybridge, possibility for union. And this card at its core is encouraging us all to understand that it is time to make the next step. It is time to make the leap, to cross the bridge. And honestly, it's not that important to dive into the details of how things will unfold to be quote unquote prepared for this next step. It's as if you just create like the desire within your mind. You can see where you're going. You can envision what it is you are manifesting, and you trust in that. And then as you make the leap, as you courageously act, all of those details will finalize themselves, and you'll be supported. You'll be supported by people in your life. You'll be supported by your divine team. You'll be supported by entities and beings on another dimension. But this card is encouraging us all to understand that the time is now to make that leap, to take that step forward. Don't look back to what was. Don't fret about how it's all going to happen. Just trust that this is the potent and powerful time for the shift, for the change, for that leap, and be courageous and bold in doing so. And I think that that card really speaks to not only this Piscean energy that's coming through and our connection to like us all being one, but also our connection to our spiritual team, our divine team, but also this like Venus and Aries energy that is really just that, that one who takes the first courageous leap and doesn't overthink it. Because in some ways that mental thought process can inhibit us from making steps forward in our life. So with Venus and Aries, just really tap into that energy of I've got this, and just do the thing and don't overthink it, and trust that it's all going to work out for the best. I wish you all a beautiful, wonderful last week of Aquarius season, a happy new moon in Pisces, and a happy Pisces season to come. And I'll be on to chat again with you next week.